Enge na nchi wa Kenya.
Haya. Asanteni, tafadhali tuketi. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. Asanteni. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, every great economy is built from the bottom up. Kenya's will be no different. Today, we celebrate the millions of entrepreneurs whose enterprise, ingenuity, and determination will build our nation's future. In Kenya, 98% of all businesses are micro, small, or medium enterprises. They create more than 90% of our non-farm jobs and contribute over 40% of our gross domestic product. So, when we speak about the future of Kenya's economy, we are speaking above all about the future of our micro, small, and medium enterprises. Their success is ours. Their growth is our transformation. That is why, under my administration, the MSME is not the concern of one ministry. It is a pillar of our national transformation. We made it so for a simple reason. This is where most Kenyans earn their living and where Kenya's industrial future will be forged. All evidence back this position. Across the world, small medium enterprises make up to 90% of all businesses, more than half of all employment, and roughly half of global GDP. MSMEs are not the margins of the economy. They are its mainstream. Those who have already industrialized show us what is possible. Consider Germany, one of the world's most advanced economies. More than 99% of German firms are small and medium enterprises. They provide nearly 60% of all jobs and generate more than. Among them are some 1,600 hidden champions, small companies that dominate global markets in highly specialized fields. Germany did not industrialize despite its small enterprises. It industrialized through them. That's what this nation. The MSME is not the waiting room of our economy. It is the engine room. So how do we get there? Let me share what we have done. One great task that still lies before us. We began by clearing paths, creating a state department for MSMEs to give the sector a permanent home and taking government to the phone. Today, 25,800 public services are available on the Citizen platform, while the cost of registered company has fallen from 50,000 Kenya shillings to 11,000. For just 550 shillings, a group of hustlers can register, aggregate, and trade as one. Across our counties, we are replacing a thicket of permits with a single unified business license. And I want to thank Governor Sakaja for making the statement he made here, that it is now possible to have it on your e-platform. Then we tackled the heart of the challenge, finance. Through the Hustler Fund, we have disbursed close to 90 billion to more than 27 million Kenyans and mobilized over 6 billion in savings from citizens the banking sector had long written off. We have also given more than 8 million negatively listed Kenyans a second chance. People who, when I came into office, were listed in CRBs. Today, they have a second chance and they are making their way up the ladder. Already, over 2 million have rebuilt their credit standing and joined the formal economy. Now we are turning that credit history into a national credit score so that character and behavior, just a title deed and a logbook, can unlock financing. Pale nyuma tulisema sio wote wako na title deed ama logbook, lakini tutabadilisha tuwe pia na mikopo hauhitaji title deed ama logbook. Pia vile unaendelea kukopa na kulipa, hiyo kuendelea na kukopa na kulipa inakuwa title deed ama logbook yako ya kuweza kukopa na kujiendeleza kwa biashara yako. We are investing not only in business but in entrepreneurs. Through Nyota, we are building a pipeline of more than 800,000 young people in every ward in this country, equipped with skills, mentorship, and startup capital. These are not handouts. They are seedbed of generation of companies, of manufacturers, and industrialists. At the same time, we are strengthening the ecosystem around them through the Kenya Jobs and Economic Transformation Program. We are expanding enterprise clusters in leather, in textile, dairy, edible oils, and other high potential sectors. We have already in the budget money to create more enterprises in our livestock sector. We have committed 5 billion shillings in 21 counties to build 50 cooperatives in every county. And 300,000 operators will be enlisted in our livestock sector to join the advancement of small enterprises that will power our livestock sector. At the same time, we are re-engineering the Kenya industrial estates to draw MSMEs into sharing and double the sector's contribution to GDP. We have built nearly 500 new markets around Kenya, many equipped with cold rooms and internet connectivity. And we have turned government programs into markets for MSMEs. Under the affordable housing program alone, we have ring-fenced 72 products for our Juakali artisans. A Kenya shillings 60 billion opportunity that has already created contracts for more than 33,000 of them. Just here, I met Ondieki, a man who has a small company and is participating in our housing program under this Juakali framework. I told him to come along. Huyo mungwana mnamuona hapo. ni mtu wa jua kali, lakini yeye ndiye ametupatia hinges, ametupatia windows ya pale Mukuru, na wataendelea na wafanyabiashara wengine wote ambao wako jua kali. Vile nimesema, kandarasi yao tumewawekea katika hiyo program ya affordable housing ya shilingi bilioni 60 ya hawa watu wa jua kali. It has never happened before. This is the heavy lifting government has undertaken, but none of it will be enough until we break the one barrier that still stands on our MSME's back: access to affordable finance. Kenya's MSME financing gap stands at roughly 3 trillion Kenya shillings. This challenge is not unique to Kenya. The World Bank estimates small businesses across developing economies face a financing gap of more than $5 trillion. Government funds catalyze and prepare our people for credit. But government alone cannot close a Kenya shillings $3 billion financing gap. The private sector must participate. Over the past 3 years, commercial banks have extended out 1 trillion Kenya shillings in enterprise financing. Yet, the uncomfortable truth remains. Vast majority of micro and small enterprises, the very backbone of our economy, have remained outside this flow of capital. This is neither a complaint or a lamentation. It is an invitation. Today here, I want to begin a honest conversation, national at level, with the private sector on the central question of our economic future. How do we sustain or sustainably unlock financing for the Kenyan MSMEs? That is the conversation we must have between government, between our banks, the private sector, and all other that believe in the future, not just of Kenya, but of humanity. I put it to my friends in finance plainly: how can we possibly grow our economy while locking most of our people off the balance sheet? How do we create jobs for youth while refusing to bank them? History offers an illuminating answer. Half a century ago in Bangladesh, then poorer than Kenya is today, a young economist, Muhammad Yunus, looked at the poorest of the poor, who no bank would touch, and asked a different question. He refused to see them as unviable market. Instead, he saw the greatest untapped opportunity of his time. From that simple shift in perspective came the Grameen Bank, lending small sums without collateral, built on trust and group accountability. The experts called it impossible. 4 decades later, Grameen Bank has extended more than $37 billion in collateral-free loans to over 10 million people of the world's poorest, most of them women, and earned Yunus and his bank the Nobel Peace Prize. One man, one idea. He banked the unbankable, and in my honest opinion, Kenya needs this kind of thinking. This is the innovation mindset I am calling for, where the cautious banker sees a Kenyan without a title or a logbook and says, there is no market here. But the innovator sees millions the system has yet to reach, and the single greatest banking opportunity in our nation. What some dismiss as no opportunity, the visionary recognizes as untapped demand. The unbanked are not a risk to be kept at arm's length. They are a market waiting to be served. The institution that learns to reach them through behavioral credit scoring, mobile technology, and the data we already have generated will not only transform our economy, but also its future. Mimi nataka niwaeleze hivi, yale nayasema hapa, tuko na banks wako hapa na mimi leo, na nimesema imefikia nafasi ya sisi kuongea wazi wazi na kukubaliana vile wafanyabiashara wengi ambao leo wanataka kufanya biashara lakini hawana vile wanaweza kupata mkopo yenye iko na riba ya chini. Serikali tumefanya kazi ya muhimu ya kuinua wale walio chini, lakini serikali peke yake haiwezi kukamilisha kazi hii. Na mimi nataka niwaulize nyinyi mulio hapa, nyinyi ni wafanyabiashara wadogo wadogo, ni kweli ama si kweli? Na mimi nataka niwatie moyo, nataka munisikize kwa makini. Bank ya Equity Bank ilianza hapa Nairobi ikiwa building society, ikitoa mikopo ndogo ndogo kwa wale watu walikuwa wananunua plot. Equity Bank na sio miaka 20-30 iliyopita ilikuwa hapa Four-Way Towers hapo Munyoomedia Street. Bank ya Sidian ilianza Kawangware. Moja. So yenye kona economy kubwa zaidi Ulaya, in the European Union, the largest economy is Germany. 99% of companies in Germany are small and medium enterprises. Hapa Kenya ni sawa na Ujerumani. 90% ya biashara zote katika taifa letu la Kenya ni biashara ndogo ndogo, micro, small and medium enterprises. Kumaanisha ya kwamba tunaweza kukuza uchumi hii yetu ya Kenya kwa kutumia kampuni hizi ndogo ndogo. Ile tatizo tuko nayo ni kwamba haya makampuni ndogo hayana uwezo ya kupata pesa ya kutosha kuendesha biashara yao. Na hiyo ndio sababu nimesema lazima tuketi chini na bank zetu tukubaliane hawa wafanyabiashara, kwa sababu hawa watabadilisha uchumi ya Kenya. tutawapatia pesa kwa njia gani? Watapata pesa kwa njia gani? That is the conversation we must have. Hiyo ndio mjadala lazima tuwe naye. Vile tunaweza kuhakikisha ya kwamba kila biashara inapata pesa ya kujiendeleza. Wakati niliwaambia Wakenya ya kwamba tutawaondoa kwa na Wakenya 700 ambao wamekuwa blacklisted kwa ile inaitwa CRB. Nikawaeleza tutatengeneza mpango kama serikali, tukaunda ile patia nafasi ya pili ama second chance kwa wale watu milioni 7. Tayari watu milioni 2 leo ni wafanyabiashara, wanakopa pesa pale kwa Hustler Fund na kurudisha kwa shilingi bilioni 10 tuliweka kwa hiyo 90 billion shillings has been lent. Hakuna mtu. Ni ukweli ama si ukweli? Ni ukweli ama si ukweli? Si kila mtu hapa ako na account ya Hustler Fund? Sijasema kama umelipa ama hujalipa. Wale wako na account ya Hustler Fund? Mtu wako na account ya Hustler Fund. Vile hapo mbele tutakubaliana. Lakini kwa wale wako na account ya Hustler Fund, pia kuna wenye wameingia ile inaitwa bridge. Wale watu wako kwa bridge ni zaidi ya watu. How many people are in bridge, Susan? Watu 900,000 tayari wako katika bridge yenye sasa unaweza kukopa mpaka shilingi 1,150. Mimi nataka nione kwa hii mkutano kuna mtu hapa amefikia kwa bridge ile inaitwa bridge finance. Hebu nione kwa mkono wale wamefikia kwa bridge. Ni wachache lakini wako. Si namna hiyo? So patie pesa nyingi zaidi 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 ndio waweze biashara zao. Sio kama tuko pamoja. So ndio mkutano huu leo tukisherehekea hii UN Day ya MS, hasa hawa wetu wa benki, hawa wananchi. Mtu wako na biashara yake anahitaji 20,000, 50,000, tunaweza kumpatia namna gani hiyo pesa bila ya kumuuliza alete logbook kwa sababu hana record ya kulipa akikopa. Done to the economy of Kenya. It has established can pick up from there and take these borrowers to the next level as we use government resources to build the credit rating of and the credit to credit score those who are below. So this is a challenge that we have. A nation of innovators can do far much better. So to our entrepreneurs, our bankers, and our builders, I say this. This is our challenge. This is our responsibility. Let us be kwa mkutano huu, lakini muhimu, kabla sijaondoka hapa, nataka tufanye mkutano kidogo hapa, tuulizane maswali kidogo, vile tunaweza kusonga mbele kwa pamoja, si ndio? So kuja hapa tupangane, ndio?
To Representative Constant Z, CEO Africa Guarantee Fund, and Caroline Njuki, Chief Technical Advisor, International Labour Organization ILO. Hao ndio panelists wetu wa siku ya leo, na we'll have this discussion. So we have Gary O'Neill, UN country National Labour Organization ILO. Na panel ikiwa sasa tayari, Excellency the President being the chair of this particular panel. Over to you, Your Excellency.
Now, where is the representative of the banks? You should not be there alone. Where is CBN Bank? Where is Equity Bank? Is Equity Bank here? Yes. Wakuje hapo, songesha hapo.